Right, here we go. Team BDS Vitality 2v2 Rise, the new acquisition for Team BDS. Going to combine with probably, is he the greatest 2v2 player that Europe's ever seen? Maybe that the world's ever seen? M0nkey. Is he just the twos GOAT? He might be. It's hard to say. I mean, he's been ranked 1 for so long. I mean, Fairy Peak's another one who's been ranked 1 2v2 so many times for so long. But M0nkey more recently has kind of just like been that guy in twos, and it's been for years. So he's definitely one of the twos GOATs. Rise going to combine with him to try and take down Zen and Alpha54, who just took an L to Brazil, but I don't think they're going to be too upset about that one. They defended their home server advantage the 2 times that it happened, but now they've got to defend EU server against another EU team, and Rise has just ripped a flick top corner. That's a really nice catch and flick by Rise, actually. Not a lot of time to work with there, but he did well. Let me really quickly try and catch up on subs a little bit here, because I'm way behind. I don't want to keep people waiting too long. So as we continue with this game, I want to just very quickly say thank you to Bubble for the 39-month prime, Animalia the first for the 4-month prime, Shardaham for the 6-month prime, also another 2 6-month primes, 3 actually, from Sam Stewart, Jakey, and Tobson Flopson. Flying Op with the brand new prime, and we got 5 more here. Motor Beaver with a 50-month tier 1. We got Falcomalia with a brand new prime from Momain, Nachadu and Trololololololol with the 3 and 6-month primes respectively. Really appreciate you guys. Yeah, I usually try and do sub shoutouts between matches, between games, but some of you guys have been waiting for a while, so I just wanted to do that now before I forget. Zen missed an open net while I was looking at my other monitor. There's just no way. I refuse to believe it. There's just absolutely no way. Type 1 if Zen missed an open net. I find that hard to believe. You're all typing 1? Wow. Okay, maybe he really did. Yeah, Rise is the one who messaged me asking if they could play against Zen and Alpha. I guess he watched Zen and Alpha, or heard that they'd beaten Naipo and TRK, and he thought to himself, nah, I'm not that impressed. Give me M0nkey, and we'll show them who the real kings of twos are. Great save there by M0nkey. Rise not able to help him out much on the follow-up, and it will end up in the back of their net from Zen's dunk on the goal line. Yeah, Rise just got a little bit too close to the ball here. Notice that he kind of got sucked in towards the play, and that didn't leave him enough reaction time to respond to the ball bouncing back quickly. As a rule of thumb, when you're trying to help out a goalkeeper, which, my goodness, M0nkey doesn't look like he needs a lot of help as a goalkeeper. When you're trying to help out your goalkeeper in 2s or 3s, what you should really be trying to do is just arrive in the same kind of timing as you would as an attacker, except just miss. It's pretty easy if you think about it. You just have to recover in the same way as an attacker would advance towards a follow-up position, and then just don't put it in your net, which a lot of you, if you're thinking about scoring, it's going to come naturally. Missing the goal is going to be just second nature to most of us. So really, we should all be brilliant at defense in Rocket League if we just pretend that we're attacking the other goal. Alpha had an opportunity there. M0nkey again just done so well with his touches in and around the goal area. Alpha had a kind of open net to play for there. It's a tough shot, but I think he should be scoring there. I'm sure he would hold himself to a standard high enough to be scored in. It's pretty interesting to see Rise and M0nkey on the field. I've actually noticed M0nkey and Seiko playing a fair bit of 2s and ranked recently. Really smart 50-50 there by Zen. In fact, it's gone so far past BDS that it ends up being fine for them there. It's kind of like when you lose a kickoff so hard you win it in ones. That's how I would describe that 50-50. Yeah, Seiko M0nkey ran into Vatira and Zen in 2v2 ranked. Not long after I did the France 2v2 mix-up, I was watching, I think it was Vatira streaming. He was streaming with 2s with Zen, and they kept playing against M0nkey and Seiko, and those games were absolutely world class. Maybe even out of this world class, if I'm being honest with you guys. But you know, it shows that it's not just going to be Seiko Monkeyman. If that is going to be the 2v2 combination for BDS in Gamers 8, they've got options. As so you know, most teams do have options. A lot of teams at Gamers 8 switched up their 2's comp after losing with one of them, which I think makes sense. Yes, of course, the game was a close one. Does Rise speak French? I think conversationally, yeah, he has a little bit of French. Possibly even spoken fluent French. Not 100% sure about his level of French, but I don't think that he speaks French in comms. I'm pretty sure they comm in English. Seiko used to play on a English-speaking team, Endpoint. That's actually where he got his debut in RLCS. So that's familiar to him, and yeah, Monkeyman definitely speaks English well enough to comm, so I think they're probably just comming in English. Yeah, Rise has done interviews in French on Rocket Baguette, I believe, and other various French channels in this scene. My goodness, Zen is just making this so difficult for himself, but for him it's fine. He's in a position where a lot of us would guaranteed be whiffing the ball or own goaling, but he's all good. Monkeyman, little double off the near post, and scores to take it 32 seconds into OT, and this is just so classic Monkeyman, isn't it? Just another game where he's controlled so many positions. He's looked good wherever you put him on the pitch in 2s, and then it's him scoring the winning goal with a very simple side flip shot, which did more than enough. I mean, you don't need to put that one on target. Was it a mistake to miss? Well, I don't think, not really. I think it's the most important thing. Objective A, as strange as it might sound, is just to get the ball past the goalkeeper. You're able to see the second man diving in 2s. Just don't get dunked on. That's objective A. That's the first thing you should be trying to do. You know, after that, think about scoring. That's what Monkeyman did there. What are you guys thinking about the BDS acquisition of Rise? I talked about it a little bit with Rizzo, CJ, and Chrome yesterday on the Chalkcast. The Chalkcast is back. We talked a little bit about the Rise to BDS acquisition. You know, a lot of people are criticizing Rise of team hopping, but I personally don't care about that at all. I think, you know, it's fully possible within the rules. He's just, you know, jumping around teams that he thinks are going to be better fits for himself. And yeah, you know, BDS have been struggling. Everybody's been thinking a roster move could be possible for BDS, because even though they're all no doubt talented players. Oh wow, okay, pause, because Rise has just scored an absolute worldie. How has he pulled out a flick from this position? He heard the bump coming, jumped over it, and no problem. It's a perfect setup for a bottom corner flick. That's ridiculous. What a goal by Rise. But yeah, I don't criticize Rise for team hopping. I think that's fine. It's allowed. Don't hate the player, hate the format. If you don't like that, just hate the format. Nothing wrong with what Rise is doing. Also, there were a couple of teams, notably BDS last season, who made transfers going into the spring split and then ended up being the better for it. So I don't think it's a bad move for BDS. I think it makes sense. You know, I think just changing any player would have probably given them all a fresh start. And Extra, no doubt, was the player who was the weakest on the roster, although Seiko's not looked himself recently either. So yeah, I like it for BDS. I like it for Rise. And from what I've heard, Oxygen weren't all that happy with how things were going together, so I think it probably makes sense for them as well. Yeah, if they're not enjoying themselves one split in, I don't think that they're made to be a team together. So yeah, I think it's good for all of them. Now the interesting part is that when Rise left BDS, that left a spot on Oxygen, or when Rise left Oxygen, obviously that leaves a spot on Oxygen, which has been filled by Ixo, who previously played for Quadrant. But yeah, Ixo's not the only player who left Quadrant, since Ixo and Cash both left Quadrant. Cash went to Moist, for those of you who are not aware. That kind of blew up the roster, and then Relating Wave, the third for Quadrant, didn't have a team. So now he's just going to be a sub for the new Quadrant lineup this split, which is absolutely insane. Yeah, he played really well, especially in trying to qualify for the very most recent LAN. And M0nkey is just, he seems like he's always in the right place in twos, doing the right thing. Just makes it look so easy that he's taking down the best players in the world. And he's not even having to sweat with the mechs too much. M0nkey and Rise synergizing very well together so far. Look like they've been teammates for ages based on what we're seeing here. But you know, when it comes to twos, a lot of the guys in the EU scene and a lot of the guys in any scene, any same server scene, they are used to playing together. Playing against each other in ranked over the years. So even if they are new teammates, I'm sure it will feel pretty comfortable on the pitch. That's a fantastic pre-flip first touch there by Zen. Alpha going to try and center it to him. M0nkey again there to cut it off. M0nkey and cutting off passes. Really not many more powerful combinations in Rocket League than that. Do I think Ixo's a good fit for Oxygen? Well, you never know about like the synergy till you see it, but I rate Ixo very highly. I'm excited to see what you can do on Oxygen. I think for him that's a change that makes sense. You know, I just said it's a shame for Relating Wave not to have a team, but you know, Cash to Moist left them in a bit of a pickle, so Ixo going to Oxygen, I think that makes sense for him. Yeah, you can't blame him for that, and yeah, it sucks for Relating Wave, but that's just the way that the format works. So I feel sorry for him, but I don't blame either of his teammates for leaving necessarily. And yeah, I like where Oxygen, BDS, and Moist are at. So I'm excited. I think that they're all going to be dangerous teams. Oh, Zen's just completely got that read wrong. Big dunk for M0nkey, left Zen in a bit of an awkward position. He's trying to see, okay, where exactly is my crossbar? Is that hitting the crossbar flat? Is that bouncing straight down? Where is that going? Oh no, it's going in my neck, so I've owned gold. A bit unlucky there. Again, it's just a M0nkey interception early, shuts down Alpha, sends it on target. Now here comes Zen. Blocked again by M0nkey, who's up so quickly to block the ceiling double, and it's open for him now after Rise's successful challenge. Understandably, Vitality go all in to look for a late goal here to claw back, and they've just ended up even further behind. Who did Cash replace? Cash replaced Astral on Moist. Astral's gone. So Astral from Moist, formerly from Moist I should say, Sizen, who's been replaced by Zen, and Extra, who's been replaced by Rise. They're all on the bench for this split, which is crazy because if Extra, Astral, and Sizen, if they were able to team together, that would be another major contender in my opinion. Astral, Extra, Sizen sounds like a great team. So yeah, just shows how deep the talent pool in Europe is. That we got them on the bench. Oh, hold on, we've got a game here. Zen has scored another banger. All of a sudden, an absolutely dead game for Vitality has been brought back with an outrageous air double by Zen. Yeah, you could also make another sub squad out of Relating Wave, Mark by 8 and Arju. Like, that's probably going to be more of a team fighting to get auto-qual spots for main events. So don't expect that they'd be a major team, but still a solid roster, solid players. Oh wow, that was a great chance. Out of nowhere, Vitality are putting it together here. Alpha with a big run up. Where's he going to go with it? He's going backboard double. It's intercepted by M0nkey, but Zen's in the air now, and he slots a tie game with 2 seconds to go. Vitality look like they're about to be down by 2 games, but they pull it back. Look at Alpha, by the way, just sitting in front of M0nkey on the back wall as Zen came in to finish that off, just in case M0nkey had any way to get back to the ball. 3-goal comeback in less than a minute by Vitality. Don't forget about Kyle Robertson, he's got a team. Whoa, that was almost game. It might still be for Vitality. Alpha denied by the upright, Zen denied by M0nkey. That's a rare miss by Zen though, and now a chance for Rise, and he takes it, and that's all it needed. Zen with a strange whiff on the aerial play left Alpha with a 50-50 that he could not get into a safe position. Rise slots a pretty easy shot at the end of the day. Great move by M0nkey to 50 at center. A very quick follow-up by Rise as well, but Definitely a throw at the end there by Vitality. Zen completely missing an overhead. That is super rare to see from anyone at this level. Wait, what's going on with everybody's internet connections? Has this server died? The server might have died. We'll wait and see if it fixes when we get into the next game. Yeah, don't underrate Ryze's contribution, you know. Big part of that goal that put them ahead was, or was it the goal that put them 4-2 ahead, I believe, was Ryze demoing and bumping both Vitality players to give MonkeyMoon an open net. So they've really synergized very well. It's not been a MonkeyMoon 1v3 at all. I think overall he's, as you'd expect, I guess, he's been the most impactful player on the pitch. He does always tend to be the most impactful player in the pitch in a 2 series. Any 2 series I've watched MonkeyMoon in, he's been that guy. But Ryze and MonkeyMoon have synergized brilliantly. They look like they're just having a great time playing together. I know MonkeyMoon is easy to play with in 2s. I've seen him in mix-up 2s, just synergizing it with everybody you throw him with. But it speaks to Ryze's adaptability as well. He's able to slot right in there and be an impact player. Zen in the Octane now. They're trying to get some kind of different feel for this game. Alpha's just flowing straight past the ball. I feel like they might just be a bit tilted at the moment, France. Not gone well for them today, and before Alpha can get back from his whiff, MonkeyMoon is slamming the ball in the top corner. Ryze, 50s at middle, and MonkeyMoon's there to score it. Easy peasy. Any time that Zen or Alpha has made a small mistake like that and they're slow to get back, that's what the front man of BDS has tried to do a lot of the time. They've just 50'd it with the last man of Vitality. Oh, a nightmare bounce there for Alpha. Bit unfortunate that it's gone like that. Ryze closes down the next shot as well. That's quite an educational thing to do in 2s. I mean, you really got to look at what MonkeyMoon and Ryze are doing here. It's not always about an outplay. Sometimes a 50-50 is an outplay. When you're in a 2v1, when you're in a 3v2, when you've got a boost advantage, just playing for the 50-50 is something you should be doing sometimes. Of course, those of you who tune into my 1s matches or watch 1v1 elsewhere will know that low 50s are a big part of the meta for that reason. You counter high challenges, you counter attempted pre-jump challenges. Then trying to bump MonkeyMoon there. MonkeyMoon evades him, and now he's away to try and bring Ryze into the game again. It's a good save from Alpha. Very good touch, actually, making it impossible for Ryze to shoot again. You know, that 50-50 gameplay is something that a lot of lower rated players just do not have as part of their game. You know, anytime that they've got the ball on top of their car, they're trying to flick it. Anytime that they have a chance for a shot, they're shooting high, you know, or trying to place the shot, never thinking, wait, I haven't low 50'd this game, maybe I should do that, because they're not going to expect it. If you've not low 50'd at all in a game, regardless of the game mode, you're probably making a mistake, because your opponents will just be reading every single play that you make going high by that point, if they're paying attention, of course. Yeah, I put the EU flag for BDS because Ryze is not French, but he's English and they're not in the European Union either, so it doesn't really make sense if you think about it. But he lives in Portugal, which I believe is in the European Union, so it works, I think, better than any other flag I've got in the overlay as an option. Oh dear, man. Vitality are just pressing, trying to get a goal, but frustrated as ever, they have to watch MonkeyMoon score again. They just cannot find an open, and Alpha and Zen not on the same page. MonkeyMoon walks it in again. They've just been the better team today, MonkeyMoon and Ryze. It's as simple as that. Zen and Alpha have tried to play their usual flashy offense. They made too many mistakes, and they've been punished for them, and their defense has not had the same cohesion. It's been a consistent problem in the Yan Lost series and now in the Ryze MonkeyMoon series, where they just look a little bit disconnected. It looks like they're playing for themselves instead of playing like a team. Do they still have any fight left in them? Zen Finishes off Alpha's 1v2 play. They're within 1. Of course, you can never count out Zen. I don't think anybody's ever counting out Zen, but you also can't count out Alpha54. This is a guy who lost 4 games straight in the 2v2 mix-up that I did with the stacked France lineup. But then he won the next 4, so if there's going to be someone who can win 4 in a row in 2s, it would be that guy. Alpha, off the back wall, plays for the ball, not for Rise. There's Zen, ceiling double reset, and it's in! They've still got what it takes. Another banger by Zen. It's just, it looks like impossible power that he generates on the ball sometimes. That first touch, flying to the ceiling and back to him. Can they cross the line? They've been pipped at the post every single time in this series. But this is a much better opportunity. Alpha again gets the nightmare post bounce though. It's post down and away. Fortunately for them, Rise has not kept control. And France are right back into attack against France and Portugal combined, and they will score. Zen makes the most of the possession he's been given. Flip reset mind game past M0nkey, and a little kick to the backboard there that Rise cannot have been expecting. Rise looks, a little bit silly in that play because he's nowhere near the ball, but there's just no way he was expecting that kick on the ball from Zen, and Zen really wasn't moving all that fast. Zen producing incredible touches when it matters most. Dives in to take M0nkey out of the game. Can he put this one beyond all doubt? Oh, what a save by Rise. Well, they're not done. Trying to sweep Vitality. I don't know how Rise managed to save that shot, but that's exactly what he's done. Now M0nkey to Rise in the middle. Can the Iceman do it again? Oh, he might have done. It's M0nkey, bit too close to the plate. But Vitality don't look like they've got any boost. Rise takes his time again, and once more to the backboard. Now Zen gets a bigger clear. You know what, that was probably a should have been a goal moment for M0nkey and Rise. I don't think Rise knew just how boost star Vitality were, but Vitality survived. They get one on the board. What a heartbreaker it would have been if they lost that lead at the end to another Rise 0 second. Just composed Iceman dribble towards the goal. He's just got composure in the most awkward situations. I feel like Rise is the best player when the clock's counting down to 0 seconds. When the clock's when you hear the countdown noises going off, the countdown chimes. Rise is the best player in the world. I just think he is. He just doesn't panic in those situations, and he correctly predicts everybody else on the pitch panicking. Let's see what Alpha and Zen can do. Zen's still in the octane here, looking for the mechie approach, but they've been outplayed early. Alpha was, I think, getting ready to run into an attacking position. Oh, no, he just went goal side and he didn't predict Rise going. I think you've got to just expect Rise to go there in that position. Looking at Alpha's POV, I don't know why he wouldn't jump. Oh wow, Rise nearly catches Zen in the worst position possible, just off the goal line barely. Now M0nkey's actually tried to clear that towards Rise, and all he finds is Alpha, who's outplayed everyone, and Zen finishes it off. Well, it's not just a Zen show right now. Alpha's had a great impact as well. Irritable mind game on Rise, and then a perfect pass to Zen. M0nkey is trying to chip it middle for Rise, but Alpha is more than ready for it. And what happened here? I looked away for a second. Oh, it's a double close cheat. Double 50-50. It's all gone wrong for Vitality. Got to check, by the way, just very quickly before we get any further into this series. I forgot to ask earlier in the stream. We got any cheese fans in chat? And I mean the food cheese, not the Rocket League player cheese, although I'm sure there's a lot of Rocket League player cheese fans as well. Type 1 if you're a fan of cheese, the food. Let's see how many cheese fans we've got in chat. Lots of cheese fans, good, good. I feel like everyone should be a cheese fan of some sort. Yeah, if you're a fan of cheese, be sure to check out my Twitter after this match. I've put out a ranking of my top 10 cheeses, my favorites. And I know, you know, there's been a lot of talk about top 10 talents, top 5 teams, top 10 Rocket League, whatever, this and that. But sometimes, you know, we forget what's really most important in life, and that is ranking cheeses. So I've done that. It's on my Twitter if you want to go see later on. I've put my top 10 cheeses out there. And it's pretty much started World War 3 in the comments, so I think you'll enjoy it if you've not seen it already. Would recommend you stop by after the stream's done. Yeah, appreciate the subs coming through in this match. I'll get you after this one's done. Meantime, let's see if Vitality can continue this comeback. Zen had the boost stolen right underneath his nose there. He might try and demo MonkeyMoon. No, just plays for the boost. MonkeyMoon just getting a really good 50-50 there. Zen trying to keep control of the situation. And he has done well. Oh, that's brilliant. Well, if MonkeyMoon had the best 50-50 before that to put the pressure on Zen handled it extremely well. No boost at all, just gets goal side, gets right behind the ball, and got to it a bit more quickly than BDS were expecting. I feel like when you know, Rise has really just gone straight into the same kickoff meta that is most common. What you'll see in high rank 2's games in EU is just close cheat, dead ball, close cheat, kickoff win. Rise is happy to do that. I know all the French players love to do that almost every time. Big play here by Rise, flip reset, dunk. Zen really didn't have a lot of time to react to the ball coming towards him. They're down again, 2:20 remaining. Can they make another comeback happen? Rise escapes the wrath of Alpha, double taps into the post from close range. Rise and MonkeyMoon are just frustrated Vitality a lot here. Just look at MonkeyMoon, is quite happy to allow Vitality to come into the back corner here. Rise as well, he's almost saying, alright, why don't you come and join me in the back corner? And when they don't, he just slowly dribbles towards them. One of the safest places you can be in 2v2, the back corner. It's a bit safer in 2s than it is in 3s, because 3s the other team can just send someone in for a volatile 50 without the risk of overextending. In 2s, if you're doing that, you're really asking a lot of your second man, asking him to calculate, is it safe to advance? Should the ball go center? Whereas in 3s, it's pretty much always safe to advance the second man. And don't be scared of keeping the ball in your back corner in 2v2. But it looks like Vitality have lost control. MonkeyMoon is there to challenge early again. As soon as anyone makes the smallest mistake, MonkeyMoon's right there for it. I mean, Alpha has missed his touch, of course, but MonkeyMoon is just always there. They're up by 2. Unless Vitality can put together another heroic comeback. They've had a couple this series already. They're going to be losing this one. That could be 1 goal, though. It will be 1 goal. Strong follow-up 50 from Alpha. Plays the ball right back towards center. Look at that. He's just trying to get it center. He just needs to get it round the outside of Rise. That's not ideal for BDS. I think, you know, if I had one criticism of Rise and MonkeyMoon, it's that they are playing very volatile kickoffs right now, which is it's giving Vitality chances. It's giving them looks, and obviously they're quite happy to do that because they think that they're just as likely to be to score as Vitality are off these kickoffs. But I think it would have been wise to just throw a curveball at some point, try and get midfield play comfortably. They're still not into comfortable midfield play here. Alpha looking to pass middle to Zen. Look at MonkeyMoon cutting off the play though. Zen back down to Alpha. MonkeyMoon again there for the interception. Rise from distance, calls MonkeyMoon off the ball, has the long range shot. And did Vitality pick the wrong moment to go all in? Alpha thought maybe MonkeyMoon won't see me coming here. He is coming in from the blind spot. So he just really hoped against all hope that MonkeyMoon wouldn't jump. MonkeyMoon played it safe. And now this is exactly what BDS need to do to confirm the win. They're just playing the ball to space, letting the clock win it for them. It's all or nothing for Vitality. Alpha forward to Zen, who is up quickly for this. It's an impossible double angle, and he can't get it. And it will be a win, 4-1 for BDS. Pretty comfortable at the end of the day. They were the better team. They're the team who deserved to come out victorious, and they do. Alpha and Zen, inconsistent, definitely inconsistent today. I don't think they'll be too happy with how they played these 2 series. Not their day. But of course, they certainly had their moments, as they always do, when you've got talented players like them on the pitch.